By 2030, you might not have the right to remain silent. Not because the law changed, but because AI already knows what you're thinking. Your search history, your social media, your purchase patterns, your voice recordings, your biometric data. AI doesn't need you to confess anymore. It can predict your behavior better than you can. And once that happens, the entire foundation of human rights collapses. Here's what's already happening, right now. China's social credit system tracks 1.4 billion people. It predicts who will commit crimes before they happen. It restricts travel for low scorers. It bans people from schools, from jobs, from society. Predictive policing algorithms in the US flag neighborhoods for increased surveillance, not because crimes happened, because the AI says they might. Facial recognition systems identify protesters in real time, track them home, tag them in databases, permanently. And AI hiring systems screen job candidates. They predict culture fit. They detect honesty through facial microexpressions. They make decisions about your future based on patterns you didn't know you were creating. All of this is legal. Most of it is invisible. None of it requires your consent. And it's only the beginning. Because by 2030, AI won't just observe you. It'll predict you, control you, and fundamentally rewrite what it means to have rights at all. This isn't science fiction. This is the policy roadmap already being built. Human rights as we know them were designed for a pre-AI world. A world where your thoughts were private, where your behavior was unpredictable, where you could only be judged by what you did, not what you might do. But AI changes all of that, and it threatens three fundamental rights specifically. Right 1, the right to privacy. Privacy used to mean what happens in my home, in my head, in my private life, that's mine. The government can't access it without cause. But AI doesn't need to break into your home. It doesn't need a warrant. It just needs your data, and you're giving it away constantly. Every search, every like, every purchase, every step your phone tracks, every word your smart speaker hears, every face your doorbell camera captures. This data doesn't just record what you did, it predicts what you'll do next, where you'll go, who you'll meet, what you'll buy, how you'll vote, whether you're likely to commit a crime. And once AI can predict your behavior with 90% accuracy, which it can in many domains, do you still have privacy? Or do you just have the illusion of privacy? Right 2, the presumption of innocence. The foundation of justice is you're innocent until proven guilty. You can't be punished for crimes you didn't commit. You can't be arrested for crimes you might commit. But predictive AI doesn't work that way. Predictive policing algorithms analyze crime data and flag high-risk individuals. People who fit patterns. People in certain neighborhoods. People with certain demographics. And then what? Police increase patrols in those neighborhoods. They stop those individuals more often. They surveil them more heavily. You haven't committed a crime, but the AI predicted you might. So you're treated as guilty before you do anything wrong. This isn't pre-crime like in the movies. This is statistical suspicion, and it's already deployed in over 60 US cities. The right to be presumed innocent? It's being replaced by the right to be algorithmically suspected. Right 3, the freedom of thought. This is the big one, the one nobody's talking about yet. Freedom of thought means what happens in your mind is yours. No one can punish you for thinking something, only for acting on it. But what happens when AI can read your thoughts? Not literally, not yet, but close. AI can analyze your facial expressions and predict your emotions with 85% accuracy. It can analyze your word patterns and detect deception. It can analyze your social media and predict your political ideology, your mental health status, your likelihood of radicalization. So if an AI flags you as high risk for extremist thinking based on your YouTube watch history, can your employer fire you? Can the government surveil you? Can you be denied a visa, a loan, a security clearance? You didn't do anything. You just thought things, consumed content, existed online. But the AI decided your thoughts were dangerous, and you're punished for them. That's not freedom of thought anymore. That's algorithmic thought control. Here's the philosophical crisis. Human rights were built on the assumption that humans are unpredictable, that we have free will, that we can't be judged until we act. But AI is proving we're more predictable than we thought. If an algorithm can predict with 90% accuracy that you'll commit a crime, reoffend, default on a loan, quit your job, are you really free? Or are you just following patterns you don't control? And if you're predictable, if your behavior can be forecasted like the weather, do you still deserve rights based on autonomy? Or should society treat you like a statistical probability? This is the question that will define 2030, and we're not ready for it. There's a philosopher who saw this coming. Not the technology, she died before AI existed, but the logic. Hannah Arendt, political theorist, survivor of totalitarianism. Arendt studied how totalitarian regimes operate, and she noticed something chilling. They don't destroy rights through violence. They destroy them by making people predictable. In a totalitarian state, everyone becomes a type, a category, a statistical profile. You're not an individual with unpredictable agency. You're a member of a group, and groups are predictable. Jews, dissidents, intellectuals, whatever category the state decides is dangerous. You're judged not by what you did, but by what people like you might do. And once you're categorized, you lose your rights, because rights are for individuals, not for statistical profiles. AI is doing the same thing. It's categorizing us, profiling us, predicting us, turning us from individuals into data points. And data points don't have rights. So how does it actually happen? How do rights disappear in an AI world? Mechanism 1. Algorithmic preemption. You're flagged as high risk before you do anything. Your freedom is restricted preventatively, for public safety, for efficiency, for the greater good. And because it's an algorithm making the decision, it feels neutral, scientific, objective. But it's not. Algorithms have biases. They reflect the data they're trained on. And that data reflects historical injustices, racism, sexism, classism. So the algorithm doesn't predict crime. It predicts who gets arrested for crime, which neighborhoods are over-policed, which demographics are criminalized, and it calls that public safety. Mechanism 2. Invisible discrimination. In the old world, discrimination was visible. You could point to it, challenge it, fight it in court. But algorithmic discrimination is invisible. The AI rejected your loan application, your job application, your visa, your parole. Why? The algorithm decided. You can't interrogate it. You can't appeal to its logic. It's a black box. And even if you could see inside the algorithm, would you understand it? Would a judge? Would anyone? You're being denied rights, but there's no one to hold accountable. Just code. Mechanism 3. The normalization of surveillance. The most dangerous mechanism is the quietest. You stop noticing. Cameras everywhere? Normal. Your phone tracking your location? Necessary for apps. Your smart speaker listening? Convenient. Your biometric data in databases? Faster security. And slowly, privacy stops feeling like a right. It feels like an inconvenience, a luxury, something paranoid people care about. But once surveillance is normalized, once you accept being watched and predicted and profiled, rights don't get taken away. You just stop claiming them. So what does 2030 actually look like if this continues? You wake up. Your smart home has already analyzed your sleep patterns, your biometrics, your mood based on facial recognition. It's flagged you as elevated stress, potential mental health risk. Your employer's AI gets the report. You're scheduled for a mandatory wellness check, not because you did anything wrong, because the algorithm predicted you might. You apply for an apartment. Denied. The landlord's AI determined you're a flight risk based on your job changes, your social media sentiment analysis, your purchasing patterns. You attend a protest. Every face is scanned, cross-referenced. You're added to a political activism database, accessible to governments, corporations, insurers. 6 months later, you're denied a visa. No explanation, just security risk identified. You didn't commit a crime. You just lived. But the AI predicted you, categorized you, and your rights evaporated. That's not dystopia. That's the trajectory we're on right now. So what do? How do we stop this? 3 things. 3 legal and philosophical interventions that need to happen before 2030. Intervention 1. Enshrine the right to opacity. Right now, you have the right to privacy, but only if you actively protect it. If you don't encrypt, don't hide, don't opt out, you've consented by existing. We need a new right, the right to be algorithmically invisible. You should have the right to opt out of predictive profiling, to say, don't predict me, don't profile me, judge me by my actions, not your statistical models. And this should be the default, not something you have to fight for. Intervention 2. Ban preemptive punishment. You cannot be punished for crimes you haven't committed, period. That means no denying loans because an AI predicts default. No denying jobs because an AI predicts turnover. No increased surveillance because an AI predicts crime. Prediction can inform support. If AI flags someone as high risk for homelessness, offer housing assistance. If it flags mental health crisis, offer resources. But it cannot justify punishment, restriction, denial of rights. Innocence until proven guilty isn't negotiable, not even for efficiency. Intervention 3. Mandate algorithmic transparency. If an AI makes a decision that affects your rights, employment, housing, credit, freedom, you must have the right to know why. Not just the algorithm decided, but what data was used, what weights were applied, what biases exist in the training data. And if the AI can't explain its decision in terms a human can understand and challenge, then it can't be used for rights-affecting decisions. Black boxes don't get to determine human freedom. The philosophical defense: why rights still matter. Here's what we have to remember. Rights aren't just legal protections. They're moral recognition that you're an individual, not a statistic, not a data point, not a prediction. You have dignity, autonomy, the capacity to surprise yourself, to change, to be more than your past patterns. And the moment we accept that AI can predict you perfectly, that you're just a probability distribution, we've accepted that you're not fully human anymore, that you're a machine that thinks it's free. And once we believe that about ourselves, rights become meaningless. Because they're based on the belief that humans are unpredictable, that we have free will, that we deserve to be judged as individuals. AI is testing that belief. And if we fail the test, 2030 won't just be a world with different technology. It'll be a world with a different definition of what it means to be human.